Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new around here, my name is Becca. I am a registered dietitian. I make lots of videos here about health, wellness, intuitive eating, non-toxic living, lifestyle, motherhood, all kinds of stuff. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys what I actually used out of what I packed for my birth. So I actually did a whole video on everything that I packed for my hospital bag. I actually did not give birth in a hospital. I gave birth in a birth center, and it was amazing and beautiful and everything that I wanted. I had like a natural water birth, and I've actually done a whole video sharing the birth story with you guys. So if you want to go check that out, I will link it up in the cards. But I had so many requests of you guys asking to see what I actually used in my birth center bag. So honestly, it's funny, I went through and I watched the video again and I wrote down everything that I packed, and the things that are highlighted are what I actually used. So as you can see, didn't use a whole lot from what I actually packed. So I'm just gonna go through, the list of things that I packed, and I'm gonna share with you, I brought all of the stuff that I actually used. And just something to keep in mind, at birth centers, you pretty much go home a few hours after you give birth. You don't like stay overnight for a night or two or more like you would in a hospital, depending on what kind of birth you have. So just kind of keep that in mind. I didn't really use a whole lot because I wasn't there that long. And also the whole time I was in labor, I was just like totally in the zone because it was really intense and it moved quickly. So I wasn't like really using a whole lot of stuff. Okay, so the first thing is this little black t-shirt dress. This was just cheap off of Amazon. I got this to wear while I was laboring, and the reason I got this was just so I could have basically like easy access if they wanted to check me. I just wanted like an open bottom. Turns out so I did put it on. I put it on right when we got at the birth center, but I probably only wore it for like maybe an hour because I got in the tub shortly after, so I just took this off. And a lot of you guys were commenting on my birth bag video that I should really wear something that's buttoned down, but since I was planning on being in the tub, I knew I was going to take this off, so I didn't need to like worry about this and skin to skin because I wasn't going to be wearing this at the time, and I wasn't. So I did wear it, but I didn't wear it that long. I also packed a pair of fuzzy socks. They're actually in the laundry right now, so I didn't bring them up here, but I just wore a pair of fuzzy socks with like grippy bottoms while I had this dress on. Again, it was not for long, and honestly, for the next birth, I'm not even gonna worry about something like this. When I went, I was wearing pajama pants and a sweatshirt, and honestly, I would have just kept those on until I got in the tub, but I just thought I was gonna be checked a bunch, but like I wasn't at all. She checked me once when I got there, and then that was the last time before I gave birth, so I didn't really need the dress. And then underneath of the dress, I wore this little bralette. It's just from American Eagle, and I wore this the whole time I was giving birth, or I'm sorry, the whole time I was laboring. Even in the tub, I wore this up until like the last couple of minutes when we knew that she was, almost gonna be popping out. I did take it off just for like immediate skin to skin, which most of my skin was exposed anyway, so I don't think it was super necessary, but I did wear this majority of the entire experience. Okay, and then some of the things I packed but didn't actually use was I brought extra pairs of black underwear, which I never needed. I was wearing a pair of underwear on my way to the birth center and then took it off before I got in the tub. And then after birth, I was just in a diaper, so I did not ever need the black underwear. I also brought this little, I did grab it, this just little like button-down pajama dress from Target. And I did wear this postpartum a lot, like the first week after she was born, but I did not wear it at all when I was there. I also brought like a really pretty floral robe, which if I was giving birth in a hospital, I definitely still would have brought that, and I probably would have worn it for like pictures. But like I said, with the birth center, you're out of there pretty soon after. I think I left like maybe 6-8 hours after. I took a little bit longer in recovery before I went home, but typically it's even shorter than that. So I just like didn't really need it. I also brought a nursing bra as well. I thought I might be like needing to wear a nursing bra after she came, after I gave birth, but I was just like totally topless, and I did have like a little fuzzy jacket on. It's just like a little pullover jacket, and I wore that and a diaper. It was like, it was quite a look. Okay, and then the rest of the clothing that I brought this pair of really like soft, comfy, stretchy joggers, and I did wear these home. They were super, super comfortable after giving birth, and I really, I'm so glad that I packed those instead of like leggings, which would have been tighter. Like, it was just nice to be in something really loose on the bottom. And then I brought this nursing tank. It's from Amazon. I don't really prefer to wear these now. I wore them like maybe a few days postpartum, but I don't really like wearing them now because they're super tight and they're almost like kind of uncomfortable just to be like around the house in them. However, immediately after giving birth, it was really, really nice actually to have tight, just something really tight on my torso, because after you give birth, it just feels like all of your organs like slide down and it's like this gaping hole where your upper abs are, and you just feel like everything's like caving in, and it's like really nice just to have a little bit of support. Like I get why women wear corsets, because it just kind of holds everything in place. It makes it easier and more comfortable to breathe. Like it's just nice. So I did wear that nursing tank on the way home, and then on top of that I just wore this really comfy thermal. This is from Urban. It's super, super soft, it's loose, it's comfortable, it's easy to button down for nursing. So that is what I wore home, and I did obviously use all of that stuff. Okay, some other things that I brought. I brought a pair of flip-flops, never ended up wearing them. I just wore the fuzzy socks when I was laboring outside of the tub, which again was not for a very long time. Okay, and then I also brought my own towel, which I ended up not needing. They had towels there, and after I showered, I just used one of theirs. Like I was not at all caring about, I just took whatever people were handing to me because I was like, I don't know, I had just given birth. I also brought a shower cap, which is like funny now because, I mean, it's not funny because like I really do use shower caps all the time, and I knew I didn't want to wash my hair there because it just, I have a lot of hair, it takes forever to wash, it takes forever to dry. I didn't want to I knew I wasn't going to want to deal with any of that. So I brought my shower cap so I could keep my hair out of the water, but somehow like my hair was like really wet like from the tub, but I don't ever remember my head like going in the water. I don't know. My hair got completely destroyed, so it was like kind of laughable that like I did not need a shower cap because there was nothing to save with the shower cap. My hair was just like destroyed. Okay, and then I also brought like a scrunchie with me, and then I also brought like a big clip for my hair. When I filmed the birth bag video, I was telling you guys my biggest dilemma was I didn't know what I was going to do with my hair, because I wanted it to be up and out of my face, but a lot of times when I wear like a bun on top of my head, my hair's so heavy it ends up like pulling and it's uncomfortable, and I just knew I wanted my hair up and out of my face. Like I didn't care what it looked like, but I needed to figure out a way to do that. And I actually, a lot of you guys recommended I get like the Invisibobble hair ties. I don't have one around me right now, and I'm trying to be quick because the baby's sleeping and I don't want her to wake up, so I don't have one to show you, but they're just like, they're called Invisibobble, and they're these like spiral hair ties. And they are actually the bomb. They actually work. My hair is so thick and it actually holds my hair up. So I just used one of those and I put my hair up in a bun on top of my head, and it pretty much stayed the entire time. And I never noticed it was bothering me. Contractions are intense, so I probably wouldn't have noticed it anyway in hindsight, but it was nice to have something just to keep my hair securely up and not like, you know, be falling and getting in my face or anything like that. I also brought a whole bag of toiletries, like a toothbrush and all my skincare stuff, and literally didn't use it at all. Like I did shower and I did use the soap that I brought. That's a lie, actually. I did use the body, like the soap that I packed in the shower, but I didn't wash my face. I don't even think I put lotion on my face afterwards. You are like so bare minimum because you're tired and your body's like weak and it's a lot. So yeah, I didn't use any of my toiletries except for I did use soap for the shower. I also packed some diapers, like adult diapers for me, and then also some like maternity, like large pads as well. I didn't think I was gonna need to use those, but turns out I was right and I didn't. I packed them just in case, but they gave me diapers there and that was what I wore home, and then I used them when I got home, but I did not use them there. And then I also brought packed like disposable breast pads, but you so do not need those, and like because you just have colostrum in the first, like, you know, I think my milk came in like 2.5 days in, so you just have colostrum, so you're not really like leaking because it's not really liquid, so you certainly don't really need them while like immediately after giving birth. If you're in a hospital and your milk, if you're there for like 5 days, then that maybe is something, like if you have a C-section, that might be something you'll definitely want to pack, but they would probably have those. And then I also brought an extra long phone charger. Didn't use it. I don't think I looked at my phone once other than to time contractions in like early labor. Like I literally don't even remember my phone being anywhere near around. Like it was out of sight, out of mind. I didn't need to charge it because I was not using it. Okay, something that I brought that I did use and was so handy was a water tumbler. So I drink out of this every day, so I literally just chugged it before this video so I could show you guys. But I had like a lid on it. This one comes with a lid. I've got this, it's like, the brand is Simply Modern. It's from Amazon. It comes with like a tumbler, like a lid. And I had like a stainless steel straw in it, and between every single contraction, Matt would you know, like kind of put this in my face, I would grab the straw and I would take some gulps of water in between every contraction. So this was super helpful. He just kept it filled and ice cold, and that was really, you know, it was good to stay hydrated, and I really did need it. Okay, a couple other things I brought and did not use was I brought a little mini speaker, and then I also brought a pair of headphones, and I did not use either. I actually did Hypno Babies like leading up to the birth, and had fully intended on listening to the tracks and then also like playing like the final tracks on a speaker in the room like when I was pushing, but I ended up not using it at all. I go into that more in the birth story. I wish I could have used it, but I literally could not sit or lay down like at all. I had to be on my feet or in the tub in order to like be able to handle what was happening. Something about like compressing my stomach in any way made the contractions so much more unbearable. So I was never able to lay down and was never able to like therefore like go into hypnosis. So I didn't end up using the tracks. So I didn't need any kind of headphones or speakers. And then I also brought like a little mini fan. I literally can't find it. I don't know what happened to it. I tried to find it so I could show you guys what I'm talking about, but if you watch the birth bag packing video, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I just brought a little mini fan in case I was going to need it, if I was getting like hot flashes or something. And a lot of you guys actually commented on that video that that was like a really smart thing to bring. I didn't end up bringing it, but if you are in the process of packing a bag, it might be good just to grab like a little one on Amazon and throw it in there, because you never know. Okay, something I did bring and use were I brought some packets of Ningxia. This is, it's kind of like a wolfberry like drink supplement. I get it from Young Living. Me and Matt drink this like every single day. We love it, but they have these like on the go packs, and I was so thankful I had these because they just give like you like a rush of like nutrients and antioxidants. I didn't drink them during labor, but afterwards, like I was like struggling and weak and you know, just gave birth, and I drank like a few of these, I think, and I had zero appetite. Like I wanted nothing to do with food. It was so hard to get food down. I mean, I tried. So this was just nice to have because it was liquid. I could drink it and it gave me something just to like try and get some kind of nutrients in me. But again, it was like really easy to get down because it was just liquid. I also brought a heating pad. I did not end up using it. My main heat source was the tub, and it was magical. But I ended up not really using the heating pad. I don't think it really honestly would have helped too much, at least not what I was experiencing, and I also like couldn't sit or lay down, so I would have to hold it and that would just be annoying. And then I also packed a tennis ball too to use for like Matt or my mom or someone to like massage into like my hips or back or wherever. And I thought I was really gonna like that. I ended up like not wanting anyone to touch me. Like there was a few contractions where I think Matt like pressed on my hips, and I mean it was like kind of helpful, but it was just like I was like, just leave me alone. Like I just want to be left alone. Like they were so great and just really wanted to help, but I was like, honestly, the best thing for you to do is just be here and talk to me, or don't talk to me. And I just didn't really want anyone touching me, so I ended up not using that. Okay, so the next thing that I brought and did use was my diffuser. So I did bring this, and we did set it up like right when we got there so I could diffuse some oils, and it was really nice. I packed, I'll show you. So I'll tell you what I diffused. So I diffused lavender, which is obviously just like very calming, and I always diffuse this for sleep, so I feel like my body just associates it with like being calm and relaxed. And then also sacred frankincense. This oil smells so good, but it is like one of the best oils for like meditation and like centering and grounding and that kind of stuff. So I figured that would be a really good blend for birth. Plus they just smell really, really nice together. So we did do that, and I brought a whole bag. You can see in the packing video, I brought a whole bag of oils with like all different kinds of uses, and I wasn't sure like what I was gonna want to use. And honestly, everything was happening so fast and everything was so intense that I just like didn't like even ask for them. I wasn't even really thinking about them. I do remember like a few times like looking over and like acknowledging that there was a diffuser going and being like, yeah, that's nice, but like that was like it. Otherwise I was just like so in the zone, and I just like didn't really have any desire to reach for them. Okay, so that is everything that I used. It's not that much. Like I said, everything was pretty quick, and then afterwards, especially because at the birth center, like you're only there for those first few hours. I think if I was, you know, if I was in a hospital and I was there for like an extra 12, you know, 16, however many hours, I probably would have washed my face and put moisturizer on and like maybe worn the robe and done other things. But because you were just in and out of there like really very quickly, there's just like not a lot of time or need for any like stuff. So if you're giving birth in a birth center, I mean, it doesn't hurt to be prepared, but like you really don't need a whole lot, and they're pretty much going to provide what you need. Just bring stuff that's going to make you comfortable. Speaking of, the one thing I didn't mention that I did use, and I didn't even plan to pack this, was I brought like a fuzzy comfortable blanket, mainly because through the night when I was laboring, like I said, I couldn't lay down, and I just so badly wanted to sleep, but I couldn't, or I couldn't lay down, and obviously I was laboring, I was uncomfortable, so I just was like wrapped in this blanket all night just to kind of like help me like relax and like as if I was in bed. And then I brought it with me. It was cold out. It was cold in the room when we got there before I got in the tub, and I was just like wrapped in that thing the whole time, so that was really helpful. And then for baby girl, Miss Hayden, I packed like her whole diaper bag with lots of stuff. I went through it all on that birth bag video as well, so if you want to see everything I brought, you can go over there, but it's just pretty like basic diaper bag stuff. But the only thing we ended up using for her was just her clothing. She wore like a long sleeve white onesie on the way home, like the little pair of like knit pants that I packed for her and I showed in that video. And then she just wore one of the little hats that the birth center provided for her, like just one of those little like, you know, t-shirt kind of hats that are like so tiny and cute. But then I did bring this fuzzy blanket, and I did show this in the video as well. And we used this, I think when we were holding her when we were there, maybe, but I definitely used it just to tuck in her car seat on the way home to keep her warm. But other than that, that is like all we used for baby girl. She was eating colostrum, and she was just like swaddled up on me, doing skin to skin, and then skin to, I think he did skin to skin with Matt when we were there, or maybe when we got home, I don't know, it's all kind of a blur. But yeah, so that is everything that I used. I obviously packed more than I ended up needing, but to be honest, I don't think any of these things were necessarily like silly to bring, except for maybe the shower cap. But I think if you're giving birth in a hospital, you would probably utilize more of this stuff, but again, like who knows. But yeah, so if you're packing for a birth center birth, just know that you're not going to need a whole lot, and you're going to be in and out of there before you know it. But if you're currently pregnant right now and you're watching this to, you know, get some ideas or inspiration or learn what is necessary, I wish you the best of luck with your birth. I hope it is everything that you dream of. Stay calm, you've got this, your body is meant to do this, and you're going to meet your baby soon, which is the coolest thing ever. It's honestly the greatest thing on this earth. It's just getting to meet your little baby and snuggle them and just get to know them. It's just like, it's just the greatest thing. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that you found it helpful. Again, best wishes to you on your birth and the rest of your pregnancy. I hope it's amazing, and I am cheering you on. You can totally do this. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I would absolutely love for you to join me here on YouTube and join our little community. And also, if you're not following me on Instagram, I am always hanging out over there, having a great time, and I love chatting with you guys over there. So definitely go follow me on Insta so we can be friends. But that is it, guys. Thank you again for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.